Helping undocumented migrants might soon become illegal in the Netherlands. On July 3rd, the Dutch House of Representatives passed a very controversial set of asylum laws, pushed by the far-right Party for Freedom led by Geert Wilders. So here's what's in the proposal. It criminalizes anyone trying to help undocumented migrants, including small acts of aid. It criminalizes simply residing within the country without legal documentation. It reduces the residency permits from 5 years to 3 years. And lastly, it significantly restricts the rights to family reunification for the asylum seekers. It's a sweeping proposal that will definitely reshape the entire asylum system in the Netherlands and possibly cause a ripple effect across the entire EU. To put this into perspective, asylum seekers in the Netherlands make up around 12% of its annual immigration. In 2024, only 32,000 people applied for asylum in the Netherlands, with 10,000 people joining them as family members. And interestingly enough, the first quarter of 2025 saw a 50% decrease in asylum applications in the Netherlands. So why the extreme restrictions now? Here's where it gets complicated and legally messy. Legal experts, refugee organizations, and even the Dutch government say that this bill directly contradicts the EU asylum law. Some of the issues include criminalization of humanitarian aid, significant restrictions on family reunification rights, which go against EU directives, and lastly, cutting down on residency periods below the EU norm. Even more, the Dutch government recently requested a so-called mini-Nexit, trying to opt out of certain parts of the EU Migration Pact. This bill still needs to make it through the Dutch Senate, with the debates expected to be held in fall 2025. However, the legal opposition is growing. The critics say that the plan is not only extreme, but may be impossible to be enforced. This comes just after the collapse of the Dutch coalition government, largely due to disputes over asylum policy. The next general election is set to be held in October, meaning that the future of this law and the Dutch asylum policy hangs in the balance. If you're watching this outside the Netherlands, you might be asking yourself, why should I care? Well, because this is a test case for when national governments push beyond EU agreements. Will the other countries follow? Will the EU intervene? The question now isn't whether change is possible, it's whether Europeans will choose to stand by the common rules we've built together.